Is this a joke? What are you doing with the crown and scepter?
I wanted them, so I took them. You of all people should understand that, Mal.
Wait, Audrey, stop. Don't use that.
I thought you liked spells.
Okay, Audrey.
Quiet!
It's not a toy. It's dangerous.
I want to be dangerous. My life was perfect until you stole it, and then Auradon turned its back on me. It's time for a little payback. Val, I got scared of myself when I said quiet. That was so loud and spooky.
It was really good. It was really, you channeled her anger.
Wow. Thanks. Hey, Val.
Hey, Al.
Welcome to D-Commentaries.
Thank you. Welcome to you and welcome to our listeners. Today, we're talking about Descendants 3.
Already.
I know. It's crazy. We're also in 2019. Like,
oh my God.
We're in the year I got married.
I was there for that.
Also,
oh my God, we're getting so close to the year where we almost started this.
I know. And also, they went a full year between releases. Like Freaky Friday came out August 10th, 2018, and this came out August 2nd, 2019.
Whoa. I mean, they slowed way down into the 2020s. I mean, I think they slowed down even before the pan, and then pan, they were really like, all right, we're slowing it down.
Yeah, for sure. Like this is really spoiling anything, but this felt very much like an ending, like not just for this like movie series, but I don't know. It felt very like closure-y to me, like in a lot of ways. So I wonder if they were kind of like toying with like being done.
Right. Well, and I'm curious to know because as the listeners maybe potentially know, there is Descendants Rise of Red.
Right.
But I don't know how many people cross over. I don't think it's
a
many.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think it's
so
a lot.
That's why I think, to your point, the very end feels very closure.
Yes.
Of
very
like
closure.
they were saying we are saying goodbye to these characters.
Right.
I think that was very apparent.
Yes. And also like very like melancholy knowing that, I mean, we've talked about this before, but like I didn't realize this movie came out like a month, like not even a month after Cameron passed away.
Oh, wow. So
like, you know, watching them like have this ending for this character like was so like heartwarming, heartbreaking. Was. Yeah, I can't even imagine. I know that when it aired, there was like a big tribute to him on Disney Channel. It's not available on Disney Plus, so I can't see what it was. I'm sure you can find it on YouTube, but it apparently there was like a big thing because it literally happened like July something, and like this came out August 2nd.
Wow.
So I mean, just devastating, and it's really like it pulls for me into sharp focus of like how sudden and unexpected it must have been, because like, you know, you watch him in this movie, he's perfectly healthy, he's like a beautiful dancer, like, you know, it's so dynamic, and it's just so, it makes it that much more heartbreaking. Like I can't even imagine. Oof. Sorry, not to start this on a sad note, but
no,
I had
that's
to.
Okay, but you know what? His legacy is living on, and he is an incredible actor. And I know that all of the cast had so much love for him, and I feel like I remember watching them post about him recently, maybe in July, or when Rise of Red came out last year. But I know they all have very fond memories of him, and that's all we can do, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Yep. All right. Well, with that, let's just dive into the business of Descendants 3.
Yeah.
Once again, directed by Kenny Ortega, who, if you don't remember, he also directed High School Musicals 2 and 3, Cheetah Girls 2, all of the first 3 Descendants movies. And he was also, prior to that, a music video director, and he also directed Newsies and Hocus Pocus.
Cool.
It was also written by the same team of Josanne McGibbon and Sarah Perriott. Other than writing all of the existing Descendants movies, they also co-wrote on Runaway Bride.
Oh.
Yeah. The cast is as follows. I'll try to get through this quick because it's all basically repeats with like 2 exceptions. Dove Cameron reprised her role as Mal. She was also in Cloud 9 in the first 2 Descendants movies. She was on Liv and Maddie, Dumplin', Schmigadoon, Big Nate, and lots of music videos. Cameron Boyce played Carlos again. He was in Grown Ups, Jesse, Gamer's Guide to Pretty Much Everything, the first 3 Descendants movies, Mrs. Fletcher, and Paradise City. Boo Boo Stewart played Jay once again. He was in the Twilight movies, the first 3 Descendants movies, and Good Trouble more recently. Sophia Carson reprised her role as Evie. She was in the first 3 Descendants movies. She was also in Adventures in Babysitting and Pretty Little Liars Perfectionists. Mitchell Hope reprised his role as Ben. His main credits as of yet are Descendants 1 through 3. Melanie Paxson reprised her role as the fairy godmother. She was in Happy Family, Notes from the Underbelly, Saving Mr. Banks, and she has actually continued to be in the Descendants movies beyond the first 3.
Oh, interesting.
She's one of the only carryovers. Brenna D'Amico played Jane once again, her daughter. She's in the first 3 Descendants movies. Those are her main credits. Zachary Gibson reprised his role as Doug, the grandson of Dopey, right? And Evie's boyfriend. He is in the first 3 Descendants movies. He was also in Zapped as one of the the nerdy dancers on the JV team. Sarah Jeffrey returned after missing Descendant 2 as Audrey in Descendants 3. She was also in Wayward Pines, Rogue, Shades of Blue, Charmed, and Lego Dreams with lots of Z's.
I think you did that the last time.
Jedediah Goodacre reprised his role as Chad Charming. He was also in Zapped. He is also in the 4th Descendants movie. So we'll see him again. He was in the originals, The Order, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, and he is our friend who was in 2 movies basically back to back that were named Marry, Fuck, Kill and Fuck, Marry, Kill.
We got to put that on our Have You Seen list.
Seriously, both of them. Bobby Moynihan returned as the voice of Dude. He was in Descendants 2. He is best known for a long stint on Saturday Night Live. He was in The Awesomes, Sisters, We Bare Bears, DuckTales, Mr. Mayor, Nature Cat, and Pubstruction. China Anne McClain returned as Uma. Aside from this and the Descendants 2 movie, she was also in How to Build a Better Boy. I think she is one of the carryovers in the Descendants verse. She was also in Ant Farm, Black Lightning, and House of Pain. Thomas Doherty returned as Harry Hook, my crush from Descendants 2. He was also in The Lodge and Gossip Girls.
And we found out recently, after we did Descendants 2, that he is off Broadway. I don't know if it's off or off Broadway in Little Shop of Horrors.
That's
where
right.
My crush, Milo Manheim, was also on Little Shop of Horrors. They were both playing the Seymour part.
Wow.
So very exciting times for the musical theater kid that is me. Even though
and me to a lesser extent.
And even though I re-listened to Val giving me that musical game. Unforgivable is what I will say about myself. This is not about Val.
So hard.
This is not about Val. This is about me. And I did not try hard enough. And I let myself down.
Oh, please. It was very hard. It was so hard. I would not have gotten a single one if I had taken that myself. Anyway, Dylan Playfair reprised his role as Gil, the son of Gaston. He was also in Some Assembly Required, The Mighty Ducks Game Changer Show, and Letterkenny.
He was cute.
Yeah, I liked him a ton more in this movie than in the last one. I think like they figured out his character more. He figured out his character more. There was just more for him to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely appreciated him a lot more. And his perhaps romantic relationship with Jay.
We're mentioning it.
There's definitely some charged energy between the two of them. Anna Cathcart came back as Dizzy Tremaine, Lady Tremaine's granddaughter. She was also in Descendants 2. Odd Squad, Mistletoe Murders, and Exo Kitty, as we discussed last time we talked about Descendants. I was kind of sad to see that she had less to do than I would have expected.
I found that really interesting.
They kind of like nerfed her. It was very weird. I don't know why they did that. Yeah, I don't know. It's very strange. Dan Payne returned as King Beast. Well, I guess he's not the king anymore. The old king. He is a longtime character actor. Some notables: Stargate, SG-1, R.L. Stine's Haunting Hour, Descendants 1 through 3, Good Witch, Crank Yankers, and a bunch of Hallmark Christmas movies. Keegan Connor Tracy returned as Queen Belle. She's also a character actor. Some of her notables: Final Destination 2, 40 Days and 40 Nights, Once Upon a Time, Descendants 1 through 3, and The Magicians. And then our two new members of the cast are Jada Marie as Celia, who was the daughter of
Dr. Facilier.
Yeah, Dr. Facilier, who is the villain from The Princess and the Frog. She was in something called Man and Wife and Julie and the Phantoms, but she doesn't have a ton of credits yet. I mean, she's obviously quite young still.
Yeah.
And then Cheyenne Jackson joined as Hades. Wow, loved that.
I wasn't sure if it was him at first, and then so I had to look him up. And then when he came back on screen, I was like, oh yeah, if I had just waited, I would have known it was for sure.
Yeah. He's a very recognizable person. Like, I feel like you've probably seen him in something. Like, he's a character actor. He's been in lots of stuff. A few notables are United 93, 30 Rock, American Horror Story, and more recently Call Me Kat, that movie or that show with what's her name?
Mayim Bialik.
Mayim Bialik. Thank you.
He's also a not decorated. I don't know if he's won. I think he's been nominated Tony, Broadway star. He's been in multiple Broadway shows that have won Tonys.
Yes. He is a stage actor. But also a pretty prolific screen actor. So he's working.
Yeah.
And he's fun.
He's so fun.
He's fun. I loved the chemistry that he had with Dove Cameron. Like, they played so, it was like they literally had known each other forever. And like, who knows, they might have just met. But that was really fun to watch. Okay. Phew. We did it. We made it, folks. The synopsis is as follows. Mal, Evie, Jay, and Carlos, the children of notorious supervillains, must return order in Auradon after Audrey, who is jealous of Mal, steals Maleficent's sceptre and terrorizes the locals.
Yeah, sure.
That's actually pretty good. Pretty good. So that is the end of the business.
Cool.
Al,
yeah,
I would love to hear your first impressions of this one.
Thanks, Val. I had never seen it before. Obviously, I knew it existed. I thought it was fun. I had a great time. I like the Descendants movies. I like Disney lore. I don't have much bad to say about it.
Fair.
It's still a little hokey because it's DCOM, of course, but I had a really good time. I'm going to give it a 6.5.
All right. Solid.
Yeah.
Cool.
Val, first impressions.
Thanks, Al. I, too, had never seen this. I knew that it was sort of the conclusion of this era of Descendants. So I was curious what they were going to do. And I liked the story a lot. Like, I liked what they did with it. I liked kind of where they went with it. I did not like the music, almost at all.
Felt a little forced.
Yeah, it felt very, there were a couple songs that really felt extremely forced. And also felt, we kind of talked about this recently, I think with Freaky Friday, but where they were just sort of singing what they were doing. And it wasn't a song. It felt very like what we do sometimes in improv, because it's hard to make up a actual song and you just end up kind of singing sentences. There were a few songs that kind of felt like that. There were a couple exceptions. I really liked the song at the end. They always kind of do a big bring down the house number at the end, and I liked that one. But yeah, the music kind of fell flat for the most part for me. But I really liked all the chemistry amongst the characters. And I liked that a lot more people had more to do. And I felt, we've talked about this as well, but I really like getting to know characters over time.
Yeah.
And this is no exception to that. I think it's more fun to see them and how they change and how they grow in their interactions and how they get to know their characters as well. So that was fun.
Good.
So yeah, definitely net positive overall. Yeah. And I will say I was pretty not super emotional, but I definitely like felt it because like of, you know, the added sort of emotion around Cameron. But like, I think they did a good job like bringing it home. And like, there is a small part of me that's like, I mean, I get why they keep making them, but like, I kind of wish they had just stopped and like actually stopped and like, let that be the end.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see when we get there.
Yeah.
I wanted to say something earlier and wanted to save it, but to your point of kind of closing it out with a bow, I felt like the plot a little bit felt like, do you remember in Halloween Town when the mom kept coming back with the same problems and we're like, haven't you learned anything?
Yeah.
It keeps feeling like all three movies have the same problem.
Interesting.
See,
I don't agree with that at all.
Yeah. To me, it felt like, all right, we're still talking about this barrier. We're doing a barrier stuff. Okay.
Right. But it's from a different angle each time. So like, obviously the first time they're nervous about these four. Right. And then of course they're kind of proven right because their parents do invade or at least Maleficent does. And then in the second one, it's about her kind of questioning whether or not she belongs. Right. And then the third one is about like her now feeling some kind of responsibility to protect her like new people from her own actual people. And like, how does that work? And like, I don't know. I thought it was interesting. And like, of course, the idea of like a good person has the propensity to be evil just as much as like an evil person has like the propensity to be good. Right. And like, that's the moral of that story. So I think personally that they approached it differently. Like, yes, it's all around kind of like, do we unlock this barrier or not? Right. Yeah. But like, I think they were approaching the idea from different angles in each movie.
Val, what does propensity mean?
Like a tendency to, or like a leaning toward, or here, let me just look up exactly what it means.
Okay.
Watch, I'm like totally wrong. No, yeah. An inclination or natural tendency to behave in a particular way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Propensity.
Anywho.
You win the spelling bee, Val.
Well, I used to get made fun of. My friends in high school used to call me thesaurus.
No.
Because I would use big words all the time. Like, I'm sorry, I was raised by two middle-aged very smart people like who used big words. It's not like I'm like trying to do it to like show off. It was just how I talk, and it's apparently still how I talk. Okay. Anyway, Al.
Yeah.
Did you have any favorite quotes or moments?
I had a few. My favorite quotes were in the opening song when they're talking about being bad. They go, "We used to steal snacks. Now we're giving back." That is not how the song goes, but I just love the line, "Used to steal snacks, now we're giving back." Mal, is this a spoiler, turns into an old hag a la Snow White. And Evie goes, "You age beautifully." And she just goes,
I really appreciated Evie's like reaction in that moment. Like, it was actually like a beautiful friend thing to do.
It was so funny. And then I liked the line, there's a scene where Hook's son is like looking around and Boo Boo Stewart is behind him and he goes, "I can feel you lurking." And Boo Boo goes, "Good." And I was like, oh my God, that was hot. They're about to kiss.
These three boys.
They're about to kiss. And then there was a scene with Carlos and Jane where they finally saw each other for the first time after like, and I didn't write down the whole quote because it's just too much to write, but he was like, "Oh, and I got you a necklace and it has our celebrity name on it and it's Jarlos." And he was like, "It was either Jarlos or Kane. I can change it unless you want it to be Kane. I'll remake it." Okay. And he like did this like ramble on of like, I'll just change it. You hate Jarlos. And it was so funny. It was such a cute scene.
It was.
My least favorite moment is every time Fairy Godmother has to say bippity boppity before every line she says.
Also, that was only in this movie. Like, they never did that in the first two movies.
Yeah, I did not like that. And then, I think my favorite part of the movie was the Jarlo scene, but I also thought that it was funny when, Ben is the king in this movie because at the end of movie 2, he becomes the king.
Mm-hmm.
And he has the crown on his head, but because he's such a little lanky guy, he looks like the villain from Robin Hood.
Oh,
with the crown on. Like, it just looks, we're like, baby, this doesn't fit. So he looks like the lion from Robin Hood.
The lion. Yeah.
So I thought that was funny. So those are favorite quotes and moments. Al?
Okay. I didn't write a ton of quotes.
It wasn't like a super quotable movie.
It wasn't. At one point, Evie looks around and goes, you know what we should try? An icebreaker.
Mm-hmm.
It just made me laugh.
She really tried to make icebreaker work.
I know. It was such a like funny, like, because on the one hand, of course, that's like such a ridiculous thing, especially in this context of what's happening at the moment. But like, also, like, there are people who I think would do and say that. So it just made me laugh. And then there's a point where, I don't know if this is spoiling anything really, but like, so Ben is the son of Beauty and the Beast, right? So he is part beast. And like, we never see him as the Beast in the first two movies. The closest we get is like, he like roars at one point at the end of the second one. But he actually, at one point in this movie, is full beast.
He sure does.
And he is like upset. And they find that it's because he has a splinter. And Gaston's son goes, my dad said his dad did not handle pain well at all. Just made me laugh.
So funny.
Oh my God. Those are the only two quotes I wrote in the entire thing.
That makes sense.
I will say that I liked China Anne McClain a ton more as Uma in this movie.
Yes, I agree.
Like, she felt more believable to me, like more lived in, like their relationship made more sense. I don't know, like everything about it just like kind of felt better in this one.
Yeah.
So I appreciated that because like she's obviously a big part of it. I think honestly, I really liked the scenes with Hades. Like, I just, he really like stole the show. Like, he was only in like 3 scenes, but every single scene that he was in, he was just very engaging. I really enjoyed the chemistry that he had with Dove Cameron in the first scene where we meet him. And then like both of the other scenes that he's in are also very entertaining and interesting. And like he actually has like gravitas in like them. I don't know. It was cool to like see him come into this and just like crush it. So yeah, that's where I'm at with this.
Nice.
Yeah.
Perfect. Val.
Yes.
I have 3 tops on for Descendants 3. And I just took them all off.
Wow.
My tops are up.
We're tops are off. We're running across the bridge.
Yeah. To the barrier.
To the barrier into Spoiler City.
Yes. Yay! We're going back to the Isle of the Lost for new villain kids, just like we hoped at the end of the second movie. We get a song, It's Good to Be Bad. Now, if you're a Disney Parks fan, it is not It's Good to Be Bad. It's Good to Be Bad. From the Halloween parade at Magic Kingdom. But it's a fine song. Nothing is going to be as good as Rotten to the Core. And that's just fact. So they're going to get a couple more kids. We get the Smee twins, Drizella's daughter, who is Lady Tremaine's granddaughter, and then Dr. Facilier's daughter. And Mal, as you know, they're going to get these kids. She's like, oh gosh, Uma's going to come back. I'm so nervous. And Ben is like, don't worry about it, babe. I've got my guards looking out for you. So they leave the post of looking to see if Uma's going to come back. And they go to this big celebration where Ben proposes. And they're like right out of high school. I mean, they're still in high school. How old are they, Val?
So my guess is that they're 20. because they were like 16 in the first movie, I think.
Okay.
And then it's been 2 years in between each one.
Okay.
So my guess is they're around 20. They're still very young to be getting married, but it makes a little bit more sense than like children.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you, Val. Mm-hmm. So Ben proposes. She says yes. Mm-hmm. But then Audrey, the daughter of Aurora, is mad. She is like, this is the life that I wanted for myself. Because if you remember back to Descendants 1, Audrey was dating Ben before Mal got there. He broke up with Audrey to date Mal. So now she's like, this sucks. This is what I wanted in my life. They are going to pick up the kids because they just told that when we were there earlier, they were just like, hey, it's you four who are coming. We're picking you back up in a week. So now it's a week later. They're going to pick up the kids. And as they're closing the barrier to go back to Auradon, Hades does a little thing and he tries to stop the barrier from being closed. And Mal turns into a dragon and stops him. She's like, whoa, this was crazy. I felt my power slipping away. That's not good.
Because he was using this like rock to like zap her. The ember. Yeah.
So we get back to Auradon and we see Audrey's Queen of Mean song, which I think, Val, this is my least favorite song in the entire...
Yeah, this song sucked so bad.
Yeah. And she's basically, you know, she was a good guy because she was on Auradon, but she's flipping into the villain. So she's like, I actually want to be a bad person. Mm-hmm. And I found it interesting. I wrote this in my notes later, just so I would remember right now, is how did they not have Maleficent's scepter better protected?
I think that this is the point of this movie, which is that they do not think that any single person in Auradon is capable of doing evil because they are the good people, the children of the heroes, right? And what we learn in this movie is that everyone has the capacity to be both evil and good.
Wow, that's so true, Val. Thank you so much. Okay, great. Because I was like, how's that not not behind tempered glass? Why are there no lasers around it? Can't we just go in the museum and take it? All right, I'm just going to go take Sue's head from this field museum. What? Okay. So basically...
Sue is a T-Rex.
Oh, sorry.
By the way. For anyone who's not familiar.
I just assume the only people who listen to this are like us and 2 people in Chicago. That's so not true. Sue
is like, I think the most complete T-Rex skeleton
found
in the world.
And I just went to the Field Museum and I gave her a little hello. Oh. I remember her reveal in the 90s when she got to the Field Museum. We watched it on a television in my elementary school.
Wow.
Very cool. And Sue was named after the woman who found her. And I believe she's found in Minnesota.
Okay. I didn't know that, but yes, I knew that she was named after the person who found her.
And they have her real head bones, but they can't put it on her body bones on the display because she's too heavy. Her head bones are too heavy for her display bones. So her head is in a separate case than the rest of her body bones.
Wow.
And that's how Sue sees it.
I forgot about that. Oh my God. Something I have not thought about in 10 years? How long has it been? That's so good.
When did Glee end? 2015?
I don't know. Yeah. So 10 years. Wow.
I only remember that because when I did that bit at the Field Museum, I did that. And that's how Sue sees it. All right. Basically then, because of Audrey's mean song and Hades' barrier incident, they don't know about Audrey's mean song, but like all of this stuff is happening, that the old king and queen, the new king, potentially new queen, and fairy godmother talk about what do we do to save the people of Auradon. And it is, we're going to have to close the barrier forever, which Mal had promised Evie at the end of 2. She's like, I'm going to do everything I can to, get as many kids off of the Isle of the Lost as I can. And so this is kind of going back on her word, but she's like, that's the only way to protect everyone is if we fully close it. If it never opens back up, then we can prevent all those problems.
And she meant it when she said that to Evie. It wasn't like she was lying to her at that point, but it's just the circumstances have now changed and she feels very protective of her new life and also like the people that she now loves and cares about.
Yeah. So we see then Mal and Audrey get together and Mal's like, whoa, what are you doing with that? And she's like, you stole my life, you dumb bitch. If you remember our cold open. And so Audrey turns Mal into the old hag from Snow White. Very similar. She also played that old hag.
She was out committed.
The ass. She did so good. That was awesome. And then when she was moving like the old woman and they're like, okay, come on. And she's like,
it was so good.
It was,
there was also like this resignation. Like, you know what I mean? Like she just sort of like accepted, like, I am now the old hag.
I am now an old hag.
So funny.
Yeah. And so the only thing that can reverse
or is stronger than
that can reverse a spell sceptre. Coming from Maleficent's staff is Hades' Ember. So the Ember he was using to open the barrier, that's the only thing that can stop him. So they take Dr. Facilier's daughter and go back to the Isle because Dr. Facilier's daughter was like the hench child for Hades. So she's like, I know how to get it. Don't worry. We'll go there. Like, we'll get the Ember. I'm the person you need to take. So I wrote then, the talking dog is back. So
sparingly.
Yeah, he's not around as much, but it's still like he burps and then is like, it's cheese. I don't know. He didn't do that, but it just feels like that, you know? This talking dog. And we find out Carlos is going to miss Jane's birthday, which he was making a cake for. So there's this big party down by the river with the hanky panky at Jane's birthday.
Well, two important things, or one is funny thing, one is important thing. It's not by the river, it's by the enchanted lake, which is very important. Oh, okay, sorry. The other thing is there's a running bit that everyone keeps like eating pieces of Jane's cake before she ever gets it.
Yes.
So she never sees her cake because by the end of the movie, everyone is just eating her cake.
Yes. So thank you, Val, because they just eat this whole cake all the time. So then Chad Charming shows up to Audrey and is like, I want to be on your team because she showed up to Jane's party, which if we remember from the first or second movie, I think it was the second movie where Mal was supposed to make sandwiches and she spelled sandwiches. It was in the same gazebo.
Yes. But it's also in the first movie when they are having a picnic and Ben jumps into the lake.
Yes.
And tries to get her to jump into the lake.
Yes. So it's like nice that they kind of brought that back.
Yes.
They also, I know this is like a while from now too, but he's like, this is the place where we first met. So there is a lot of closure in this movie, like you mentioned earlier. So Audrey shows up at Jane's birthday and she's like, I'm going to terrorize all of you. And Chad's like, whoa, please don't. I will literally be your boyfriend or do whatever you want or whatever. So she kind of hires Chad as like a lackey and she puts everyone to sleep at Jane's birthday using the staff because that's the staff of the Maleficent who can put people to sleep. And so Jane is thinking and is seeing the pink smoke coming that's putting everyone to sleep. And she goes, oh, the enchanted lake. And so instead of getting pink smoked, she jumps into the lake where magic can't get you because it is the enchanted lake. The water releases all of the magic.
Right. Like that's what broke the love spell on Ben in the first movie.
Yes. So then the people who were on the Isle of the Lost So then Mal and crew all go to the Isle of the Lost with Dr. Facilier. And they're like, wait, why aren't you an old hag here? And she's like, well, the magic doesn't work here. So I'm like,
evil magic doesn't work. Yeah.
Turn back to normal. Yeah. Part of the reason why you're like, why isn't the Isle of the Lost like crazy? It's because they've spelled it so that like the magic doesn't work. So we meet Facilier, who did such a good job. Loved him.
Yes, he was very good.
And then we get down to Hades' lair and he's sleeping next to the Ember. So Mal kind of goes around and he wakes up and Celia, his Dr. Facilier's daughter, is talking to him, and this amazing scene where Dove Cameron tries to like snatch the ember, and he's like pretending to be asleep, and he like arms and grabs it. It was so funny. And then they're having their little chat, and she goes, "Hi, Dad."
I
screamed. I screamed and screamed and screamed. I screamed. I was so happy. That's how you make a movie. I loved that. And to Val's point earlier of like, why did they have such good chemistry?
Mm-hmm.
There are parents and kids in this movie, and you're like, okay. And these parent-kid relationship was amazing.
Yeah, it was so good. Like, it just immediately felt lived in.
Yes.
Yeah. And the animosity felt real too. Like the way that she was kind of resentful of him because he was kind of a deadbeat dad. Right. Mm-hmm. And like, he sings this song about like why that was like intentional, which I thought was one of the better songs.
Yes.
I liked that.
It was called, I just wrote down the titles of the songs in which I thought that they were called Do What You Gotta Do.
That's exactly what it's called.
I'm so smart.
Mm-hmm.
So it was such a cute little song of like, oh, well, yeah, I didn't want to stay with your mother. She's crazy. And then she's like, yeah, but you weren't around. So now it makes sense.
He's like, well, that made you better and stronger.
Right.
I wasn't around.
And it makes sense as to why the only thing stronger magic to help her is, you know, her mom's spell. The only thing that could break is dad's spell. It's kind of funny, silly.
Mm-hmm.
And he, on her way out, he was like, okay, fine, you can have it. But if it gets wet, game over. Uh-oh, that's foreshadowing. And then Evie at this point is the only one who knows that Hades is her dad. So then
Celia
knows. But yeah. But she says like, oh, don't say anything because the only person who knows is Evie. Audrey then finds Ben and is like, my only demand is make me queen. Like, I'll stop doing all this if you stop dating Mal and you make me queen. And he's like, why would I do that? And Ben, he's like so nice. He's like really trying to see the good in everyone. And he's like, but I'll do like literally anything else. And then she like spells him. And we don't know how she spells him yet, but she spells him. But everyone else gets turned to stone. So everyone is either sleeping, turned to stone, or we don't know where Ben is at this point or what he got turned into. It's a big shablam. We then, as we're leaving the Isle, Hook attacks, and with Gaston's kid, Hook child and Gaston child, Gil and Harry attack, and the Ember, because she's just holding it with her hand. Why are you not putting it somewhere, girl? Okay. Trips and falls.
Because she doesn't have pockets. There's one moment where she literally like goes to try and put it in a pocket. She doesn't have pockets.
It's so silly. So the Ember, like she trips and falls like slow motion Ember going into the water, but Uma saves it. So then Uma's back and they all go back together. She's like, fine, okay, you can come, but like you're annoying. And Uma's like, well, fine, okay, but you're annoying. And it's so silly. So then all the kids are brought back and they work together because Mal promised, she was like, if we work together, fine. Then all of the kids will get off the Isle. I promise. Like can we just like do something to get these people back? Like I need your help. And this is where one of Val's favorite moments happens with the icebreaker, which was super cute. And I was kind of confused by this part, and Val, you might be able to clear it up. So when Mal went back to the Isle and she became no longer an old hag, she just stayed. Like I was expecting her to turn back into an old hag when she came across.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like being in the Enchanted Lake or whatever. It just breaks the spell. Like it just doesn't work. And it's done. Okay. Yeah.
That was my question. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So Audrey is like watching from inside the staff, and she spelled the knights, the suits of armor that are like in the room with them. And this is where I wrote, how did they not have the scepter better protected? And there's a song called Watch Your Back, and there's like insane dance battle. And
the premise of this moment drove me absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Like basically they're about to be attacked by a bunch of enchanted armor, but wait, we have to sing about it first. And then they like magic the armor to like dance instead, and that somehow defeats it. I don't know. I just did not like this scene at all.
Yeah, it just felt hokey.
Yeah, it was just dumb.
Yeah. And then they defeat the knights, but then they don't want to celebrate together. And so they're still, at odds with one another. But Evie is trying and Mal and Uma are still against one another. So they're like, okay, let's like figure something else out. So they go try to find Dizzy, and they find Dizzy sleeping, and she's having like nightmares, and the twins, the Smee twins, are like sleeping and like having nightmares. Which is to Val's point of like, they really kind of did Dizzy dirty in this movie.
She basically sleeps through the whole movie.
Yeah. Which was sad because she's so great.
I know.
But then the guys, talk about going on adventures, and they're like, yeah, there's so much life out there for me. We should do that together. And I'm like, okay, you guys should kiss. And it was like so cute. And then we get to Dopey's son, and the girls are all watching Dopey's son. And she's like, okay, but I don't know how to wake him up. And Uma's like, duh, the True Love's kiss. And she's like, we haven't done that yet. So we get a song, One Kiss.
I think that they maybe had kissed before, but they hadn't said I love you. So she was terrified that he didn't love her, and so it wouldn't work. And that would be how she'd find out by not being able to wake him up.
Really shitty. So then she sings this song, One Kiss, and he kind of jokingly wakes up, but then he wakes up.
He pretends not to wake up at first. And
she's like, oh man, it didn't work. And then he's like,
I love you too. I wanted one of them to say that, right? Like I wanted her or him, one of them, to be like, I love you too.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen.
This is why Val should write movies. Okay. Then the boys who are adventuring in the forest run into Ben. They found Ben because they were searching everywhere for Ben. And he had turned into a beast. And he's like, rah, 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 rah. And they're like, oh my God, he's going crazy. And it turns out, Val,
he's got a splinter.
And that's why he's angry. Once they get that splinter out, man's totally fine. But then Jane shows up with, I don't know if anyone's ever been to a pool party where you got those big water guns, but they're just like a big stick, and you just like stick it in the water, like and then you suck up all the water and you just shoot it out. She's one of those, and she just squirts enchanted lake water all over him, and he just magically turns him again. It was just, they could have, I feel like she could have had a bucket or something. I don't know. I did not like the way. I loved it. I was like, this is horrible.
Well, because she had it because it was at her birthday party, because it was supposed to be a lake party.
Oh.
So she had the water gun because she was at her party. And what really made me laugh in that moment was like, she sprays Ben and he mostly turns back normal, but he still has like this beard and like his fangs. And she's like, oh no, I didn't give you enough. And she just like shoots him in the face. And he's like, please don't.
It was so funny. I liked him with a beard. I know you could tell it was so fake.
Oh, yeah.
But I really liked
good.
It. Yeah. Which then they mentioned later too when Mal finally sees him. She's like, you should keep it. And then he's like, the teeth, and she's like, no.
I don't know. I kind of like the teeth.
Oh yeah, I'm a big fan. All right,
I think I spent too much time watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I've never seen it.
Oh, we could do a whole have you seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh my God,
that was like my whole personality in high school.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So I wrote, he has Bard now because I didn't write beard. I wrote Bard. But then Mal and Uma start working together to stop Audrey's spell. And they're like, okay, fine, we'll start working together. And Uma gives Mal the ember so that they can start just destroying Audrey. Ben shows up, and then there's the cute Carlos and Jane scene. And he's like, I wanted to get you this cake. And she's like, that's great. Everyone ate it. And then Jane, Gaston's son, and Dopey's son all go find Fairy Godmother. They're like, she can help stop this. So they're on the way to do that. The OG4, you know who I'm talking about. And Ben and Hook's son and Celia and Uma go to the fairy's house where Audrey had been. And it was Flora, Fauna, Merryweather house where Audrey kind of like stays sometimes, goes to visit because those were her, her mom Aurora spent a lot of time there.
Yeah, like
and
step parents.
Yeah, and they it was not a bad idea because that was where she was. But then they get there and they find Chad is locked in the closet, which was very funny. We did miss the scene, whatever. That she throws him in there.
She's mean to him.
Yes, which is so funny. And then this is where we find out that Mal lied about getting all the kids off the aisle. And she's like, I lied and I'm sorry, but after all this is over and we get everyone back, we're going to have to close the barrier for good. So then all of the aisle kids get mad at her. Uma's super mad. Everyone like walks away. And then all of those people get turned to stone.
Not Uma.
Except for Uma and Harold.
And her
But
best
like
friends.
all of her OG4. And so she sings a song called This Time. And Mal begs
And we basically
her.
watched the first 2 movies and most of this movie in montage.
Oh, yeah. We get a montage of like everyone. It's crazy. So then Mal like begs her like, please. But then Audrey has Celia. She's still Celia. Even though Celia was one of the ones who was like, I can't believe you turned on us. This is crazy. So then Celia is now all of a sudden like, save me. And you know what she's going to do? She's going to save her. But like that pissed me off. I'd be like, oh, really? Now is the save you. But that's just because I'm a huge bitch. Okay, so Mal turns into a dragon, and then Uma and Harry come back because they're like, whoa, this is crazy. And then Uma uses her shell, and they are stronger together to like combine with our powers combined, and they regain might and ignite. Regain might and ignite.
Oh, because Celia, because when Celia was so pissed, she literally took the ember and threw it into a bird bath. Yeah, and so she like deactivated the ember. So it didn't work. I forgot
to write that down.
Yeah, so like Mal is like trying to reignite it and it's not working. Yes. And so she like can't beat Audrey. And then Uma sees this and like helps.
Yes, thank you, Val. Very much forgot to include that. And that's an important part of the story. So then Mal, of course, defeats Audrey and she puts her to sleep and everyone comes back to life. And then, but Mal is like, man, I kind of feel bad. And I'm a nice person. So she's like, well, the only person who can wake Audrey back up is Hades. So they're like, okay, but we have to open the barrier and get Hades over here. So then Mal tells everyone, oh my God, Hades is my dad. It's crazy. So then they get Hades. He saves Audrey. She apologizes. She wakes up. She apologizes. She has a cute little moment with Dad before he leaves her the barrier. And we're not done yet. They gather everyone and she's going to be queen right now. She's like, I can't be queen. And everyone goes, oh! And also crazy scene because the couples are like not standing by each other. They fully were like, all right, everyone stand in a window 3 feet apart from one another. Like it was crazy. And she's like, I can't be queen, but I also can't close the aisle forever. I want to be queen for both. And she's like, we're taking the barrier down forever. We're going to make this work. And then we get the song Stronger Together. And then everyone's happy. And then we have our couples. We get Harry and Audrey, which is kind of crazy. He had a cute little scene. Hades comes. Cruella joke with Jane of like, I'm afraid to meet your mom. The boys are back in town.
Oh, yeah.
They're gonna kiss on adventures. Boo Boo Stewart and
they're going on a trip around the world.
And Gil, they're gonna hold hands. And then we have a cute little, ending with them being like, wait, the barrier's down. Let's go back home and be
race. Yeah.
Yeah. And that was cute. And I was like,
and Hades comes also.
Yeah.
And before that, and he like, there's a funny moment where like Ben's like, hi, Dad.
That's the funny moment. Yep. It was so cute. Yeah,
it's cute. It's very cute.
And then the last time we're going to see all them together. But then this was crazy to me. The credits song is Dig a Little Deeper from.
Yeah.
I found that from, it's a cover from Princess and the Frog. But I just was like, huh?
Well, also, I was confused because it sounded like it was China Anne McClain. Like, rather
I think it was.
So I was like, why didn't they have Celia sing that song? Because at least she was theoretically related to that movie in some way. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it was China Anne McClain singing Dig a Little Deeper.
That made sense, Val.
I mean, it sounded good. Yeah. But yeah, it was bizarre.
It was crazy.
Weird connection.
Yeah.
I like that song.
Me too. I mean, Princess and the Frog is my top 5.
So good. Yeah. So underrated.
Truly.
I need to show it to Alice. I was just kind of a little worried that it would be scary at some parts. But
maybe if you make it fun. Where you're like, ooh, not like, oh my God, someone's dying.
Right.
We're not watching Lion King yet. You know?
We do fast forward. It's so cliche, but we fast forward through the Stampede.
Yeah.
Lion King, and we watch Lion King a lot. I'm pretty sure Alice is going to be Pumbaa for Halloween.
Stop.
I ordered the costume today, so we'll see if she likes it.
Cool. All right, Val, any other thoughts before we head into bingo?
No, let's hit it.
All right. I'm gonna hit it with the first
please,
one
because
today.
I'm pulling it up still.
Okay, great. One hit wonder song.
No,
there are 3 Descendants movies, and the credit song is from a Disney movie.
That's right. So no. Breaking the fourth wall or looking into the camera. I feel like there must have been, but I don't remember any.
We're going to have someone write a mean review and be like, did you even watch the movie before?
I know. It's fine. We're fine.
Holiday themed.
No.
Clunky
metaphor. Oh boy. So I think that like you could say, you know, the sort of the staff and the ember, you know, you can use these tools, like they can be used for good or evil, just the same way a person can, you know, be good or evil.
Whoa. That's deep. Deep cut. I'm marking it.
Okay.
Parents who just don't get it.
I don't think so. I think in this movie, like, it's less about like the evil parents not connecting with their kids. Like, if anything, the parents that we do see actually have good relationships with their kids. Even Hades, like, weirdly has like a good relationship with Mal in a strange way.
Yeah.
And like Belle and Beast at one point are very like concerned about like closing the barrier, but I don't think that that's like they just don't get it. I think they just have valid concerns.
Yeah.
Cool non-parent adult. No.
Everyone's a parent.
Right.
Yeah. Someone too famous for a TV movie.
No.
Cheyenne Jackson's not too famous for a TV movie.
I don't think so, because like he is famous on stage, but he's not famous in TV in the same level.
Yeah.
Like,
so he's like,
you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like someone like, I don't think someone would like see him on TV and be like, why is this person in this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that's has to be the kind of level or whatever.
No problem.
Competition to resolve central problem.
No.
A
montage sequence. Yeah.
Yes. An entire song is a montage.
Yeah.
Cliche villains.
God, yeah.
So many.
Clothes or items you owned.
Leather bodysuit.
Ooh, Val, sexy.
No, I'm kidding.
I will say the Audrey's. We talked about this briefly off camera. Audrey's wig wasn't my favorite, but I did used to have like a light pink wig, and it was long and curly. Val,
if you want to count it, that's fine. Personally, I look more at like the in-universe stuff, right? Like we're not supposed to like think about her wearing a wig. You know what I mean? But
no, it's fine. We won't count it.
Okay.
I'm yanking at strings.
Rotten Tomatoes 40 to 60. Okay, well, the closing chapter and given sort of the other pieces around it, I'm gonna go high. I'm gonna do an even 80.
Oh, you get the point, Val, but we don't. It's 78.
Oh wow, okay. Yeah, pretty close. Okay. Yeah. Nice.
I looked up the last one. So the third movie is 78, the second movie is 83, and the first movie is 90.
Wow.
So okay. I mean, it's still over 50%, which is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty high. All of them.
Mm-hmm. Happily Ever After.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially in this one.
That's about as happily as it gets.
Mm-hmm. Almost Kissing. Again, with the not kissing each other, which at this point I do not understand at all. They are literally engaged and they don't kiss ever in this entire movie.
No, there was one. There was one.
When they get engaged? It was definitely not at the end.
No, I saw one. Okay. But it was like they were zooming out, so it might have been toward the end.
Maybe it was like, okay. But like, there were so many moments when like a normal couple would have kissed. And I was just like, what are you doing?
Yeah, they got like so close and then they'd like pull away.
Yeah, like it was just, or they just hug. And I'm like, you guys are adults. You're old enough to get engaged. You can't smooch.
We
like,
know what are you doing?
Yeah. So that was bizarre to me. But I guess if there was a kiss, then there was an almost kiss.
So true. But there were also so many almost kisses.
So many almost kisses. Yeah. The whole song that Evie sings is full of almost kisses because she's like putting off actually kissing him. Which is that's funny. It's actually like a very funny physical comedy bit. Like she just keeps like avoiding it. It's very funny.
Someone who became famous.
I mean,
all of them.
All of them. Yeah. Betraying of one's real friends or values.
Yeah.
Yes. Very much so.
That does happen.
Mm-hmm.
Narrator. We didn't need it, but it was the very end. Like, why do we have it?
I don't know. Obviously, bad special effects or stunts. I mean, there's still like the dragon just looks like a claymation dragon. Yeah, just not great.
Disney Channel star.
Yeah.
So many.
Yep. Pretty much all of them. Musical number.
Yay! Yay! I love that box.
Mm-hmm.
Magic.
Yay!
Yay!
Someone says the title of the movie.
Never.
Still no. I did think it was interesting that all of a sudden the term VK was like a thing kids. When it hadn't been for the first two. I was like, what are we doing here? Like all of a sudden there's all these random things that have been inserted in this movie, like the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo thing that like were not in the other ones. And I'm like, we didn't need these things.
No. Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have to Scooby Doo their way out of everything.
They always do.
The heroes create the problem. I mean, kind of.
Yeah.
Like, it's not exactly Mal's fault that like Ben fell in love with her and broke up with Audrey. But like, I don't know. I think that it kind of all cascades towards being sort of their responsibility.
Lead is a fish out of water. No. All right, Val. We have 3 Bean Joes.
3 for 3.
Oh, wait. I just lied to you. We have 2 Bean Joes.
2 for 3.
We almost had 3, but we didn't. Okay, we have our 4th line down. Betraying one's real friends or values. Narrator, obviously bad special effects or stunts. Disney Channel star and musical number. And then our G column, clunky metaphor, montage sequence, almost kissing, Disney Channel star, and the heroes create the problem.
Nice. Yay. What did we need to get the 3rd one?
We needed parents who just don't get it.
Yeah. I don't think that made sense. Okay.
Yay.
Sweet.
All right, Val. Well, we briefly talked about songs, and this game is called... Oh, man, I had a good name for this earlier. Shit. All right, well, now I'm going to call it, shit. What's that song? This is already explicit, so it's fine.
Very explicit.
Don't let your chillins listen to the Descendants 3 review from D Commentaries. Parental advisory is advised. All right, Val. In this game of oh shit, what's that song? It's actually going to be you're going to have to guess the movie off of a song, because remember how I mentioned, wow, isn't that crazy how Dig a Little Deeper was sung during these credits? So I'm going to give you the song during the credits of a movie, and you have to name that movie.
Okay. Now, I assume you're just going to tell me the name, right?
I will tell you the name of the song.
Okay.
Yeah, I will not tell you the name of the movie. Maybe,
no, right. You're not going to play the music, is what I'm saying. No. Like we can't. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. No. But if you get stuck, I could sing it for you.
Okay.
Okay. There's 5 with a bonus point.
Wow.
Okay. First one's easy, Val.
I don't know. We'll see.
Don't you forget about me.
Breakfast Club.
Yeah. I told you it was easy. All right. Number 2. What a feeling.
What a feeling. That one?
Yep. Not to be confused with the One Direction song. What a feeling to be right here beside you now.
Now I'm getting confused.
Okay, sorry.
What a feeling. Is that Flashdance?
Yes.
Wow.
Nice, Val. Put it on our Have You Seen list because I've never seen Flashdance.
What? Oh, nope. Definitely. We need to watch that.
All right. This one might be hard. I would not know this, but I'm assuming you have seen this movie.
Okay.
You're the Inspiration by Chicago.
You're the inspiration and the meaning in my life. Shoot. I don't know what movie had that in the credits.
It is a fairly more recent movie. And think about maybe why I wouldn't have seen it. It's superheroes.
Oh. You're the meaning in my life. You're the inspiration. Was it Guardians of the Galaxy?
Nope. It's Deadpool.
Oh. Okay. I do love that song.
Oh, good. It is, and Chicago's great. I went to a Notre Dame football game last year, and they played at halftime.
Wow, that's cool.
It was fun. As someone from Chicago, it was fun. All right, number 4. This is worth 2 points.
Okay.
This will be an everlasting love.
Parent Trap.
And that's you get 1 point. Second point is my favorite movie.
Your favorite movie? Oh my God. I don't know what your favorite movie is.
You get 3 questions. You get 3 yes or no questions to figure out my favorite movie. I have mentioned it many times on this podcast.
It's not The Holiday, is it?
Yeah! You didn't even need it! She didn't even need it! That's why she's my girl! Woo!
This will be
an everlasting love.
What a great 2 movie choice to do that song.
Yes.
Whew.
I also will be plugging right now that I will most likely be in a staged reading of The Holiday on December 9th. So if anyone's in Chicago and wants to come watch me do a staged reading of my favorite movie, come on out.
Is this redacted?
It is through Redacted.
Nice.
Okay. Yay. Good job, Val!
Anyway. Yay.
All right. The last one, also a movie I've never seen, but I think relevant, not to the Descendants, but just in generally relevant. Okay. And I hope you know it. And if you don't, then we'll figure it out. Okay. The song is Jailhouse Rock.
Oh, like Elvis?
Yes, but it is not sung by Elvis.
Relevant. Did it come out recently?
No.
I literally have no idea what to even ask. Is it something that you think I've seen?
I guarantee that you. I would be shocked if you hadn't, because it is a classic.
I've literally no idea.
It mentions where we live.
Oh, it mentions where we live. Chicago? All
right, Val, you lose. Sorry, all your points are lost. Just kidding.
I don't understand.
Everyone who's listening who knows the answer, it's the Blues Brothers.
Oh, I have actually never seen the Blues Brothers.
That's amazing. Put it on. Have you seen?
I own it both on VHS and DVD.
And you've never seen it?
No, wow. It's one of those ones where it's like, I need to watch this. I know I need to watch this. And then I just have never actually sat down and watched it.
Yeah, same.
So yeah, I actually am outing myself as having never seen Blues Brothers.
Same.
Yeah.
All right, Val. Well, good job. I don't really remember how many points you got, but you got enough.
I think I got 4.
Yay. All right, Val. What are we watching next week?
We are watching Zombies 2.
Oh my God.
I know. Can you believe it?
I hope I like it.
Me too. I hope you like it too.
Yay.
Yeah, and then we've actually got a couple that are not sequels before the next one.
Okay.
Yeah. And actually there's a Christmas movie that might kind of time out correctly.
Whoa! You know I love that shit.
Uh-huh. Well, Al, this has been fun as always.
You know, Val, for it being probably 78 degrees in my apartment right now because I'm in the living room and can't open the window or turn on the air conditioning, I had a great time sweating with you.
Yeah, you got your schwitz on while we did
I've been shiny this whole time.
Well, I love you.
All right, I love you, and I love everyone listening. Even if you hate us. I don't know why you're still listening, but thanks for sticking around. Bye, Val.
Bye, Al. This podcast was produced by me.
And me.
And it was edited by me.
The music was composed by Michael McNally.
You can find us online at thetridentnetwork.com/dcommentaries-pod.
And you can find us on Instagram and TikTok at dcommentaries.
D-Commentaries is a part of the Trident Network. To learn more about our videos, live shows, and other podcasts, please visit thetridentnetwork.com.
Disney Channel original movies.
Damn it, Allie.